This is the Voiceover Gurus Podcast. Real talk about the voiceover industry with your hosts, Linda Bruno and JJ Wilson.
Well, welcome back. This is the Voiceover Gurus podcast, and as always, we're always laughing at the beginnings of them, right?
Yes, we are. We are. Yes, we are.
Hello,
Linda.
JJ.
Hi, Linda.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, actually.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Trying to wrap up a few things. You know, we're still moving our studios.
I didn't know you were a rapper.
Oh, my God. If I could tell you the level of frustration that I feel. With panels, and I talked about this on the last podcast too, because I was frustrated then. You know?
Moving studios is about the worst for us hyper, oh my God, does it still sound good type people. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Yes.
When I move, the first thing that goes in is the studio. I tell the moving man, I said, wait in the goddamn driveway. I've got my studio in my car. We're going to be in the closet. I'll let you know when I'm done.
Right.
And then we get that set first before anything else goes on. So I know exactly what you mean.
I said
horrible.
to Dave yesterday, I said, if someone 2 months ago had said to you that we were going to have to go through this whole process to move, would you do it again? And he said, absolutely not.
No.
So we would have stayed in the
I like
old
my closet.
Yeah, because it's just been a bevy of things to deal with. But we're working through it. But something else I've been waiting to do since last August.
That's a long time, Linda.
Yes.
I hope it's not go to the bathroom.
No,
Okay,
thankfully
good.
not. But it's
Wow.
close
You
in
must
a
be
voice
bloated.
actor's career. It's close. It's redesigning my website. So last August, we had our first meeting, me and my lovely web guy. He's fantastic. He's just incredibly overbooked and way too busy.
Oh.
So finally, he's working on it. But this whole time, I've been waiting because, you know, you kind of shift your branding. You find out things about, you're like, okay, let me adjust this, let me adjust that. But everything kind of has to tie together. You know, your email, signature, everything has to flow.
Yes.
So I've been in that middle zone for all these months, and finally, it looks like this week he's finalizing it. But it's tough. What do you do? You just redid your website, didn't you? Like a couple months ago?
A few months ago, we updated it. But Janine does that for me, thank goodness, because she's IT. And we just made subtle changes,
But you keep it simple, and that's the most important thing.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want them to have to navigate through 9 different things to get to my demos. As soon as you get to my front page, I think the demos should be there, or at least a button that says demos. Mm-hmm. I see some websites where you have to go to page 3 in order to get to the site where the demos are.
Right.
And I don't want to go through. Now, how do if I push this button, maybe it'll get me to the second bit. No. They should be right front and center because that's the bottom line of the website is your demos.
When I first was getting a website together, this was when, let's see.
1964.
Yeah, 1999, 2000. I had a friend who was, worked with the company who was this fantastic web designer. And Flash was like all the rage back then. So he goes, you know what, I'll build you a website. You don't have to pay me much. I want to use it more like a showpiece. So he created this freaking 3-dimensional spaceship that rotated on my homepage. And then I had my friend Charlie Conley say, lindabruno.com with these deep pipes. Yeah. And it was beautiful. It was freaking fantastic. I wish I could still see it now.
Yeah.
And it was too nice. And it was too over the top because then people were like, we can't afford you. And then all of a sudden, my work went, wah, wah, wah.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah. And I asked people, I'm like, hey, what happened? I was getting, we recommended you to somebody, but, they went to your website and they don't think they can afford you. And I'm like, so here we go. So at that point I went, no, I opened up a Dreamweaver book. I learned how to do it myself. And I made a very simple, straightforward website.
Yep. It doesn't need to have much on there. They don't care how tall you are.
Right.
They just, a little brief history and some
importance.
demos.
Yeah. But the importance, though, is that they figure out, who you are very quickly.
Yes.
And that they don't have to think about it, and therefore your website should reflect that with your branding.
Yes.
Which is why I have changed my website now, because I didn't really have any branding on my site before. It was just Linda Bruno, and yay, she can do this, this, and this, and this. But what do you remember me for? What is my signature sound? Because so many people are in this business that you really have to nail that down.
Yes.
Yes. A good coach is going to help you with that.
Yes, like us.
Like us. But that is our purpose, and I'm not trying to plug already, but that's our purpose when we coach. Are you?
Yeah.
You plug a lot more than me, and you're really good at it.
Thank you.
Is to help you figure out where your strong suit lies and what you should pitch yourself as. Now, a lot of times we walk in and we're like, oh my God, I can do this and I can do that and I want to do this and do that. And yes, I get it. You're excited. Fantastic. Pull in the reins a little bit. Let's just slow down the horses and let's focus on what you're really good.
Yeah.
Good
Let's stop trying to learn everything else at once and just get some work.
Right.
Yeah.
With the existing, embrace your talents that come to you naturally and try to get some work off of it.
Absolutely. Oh, Linda, it's too early to drink. Come on.
It is Friday, though, for us.
Oh, it is true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's almost Cinco de Drunko.
Cinco de Drunko. It's Cinco de Drinko, okay?
Cinco de Drinko, sorry.
So in my search, when I was really annoyed with my voice guy, I was like, I'm going to go find somebody to help me with this website. So I came across the website that so many voice actors are using, and it's voiceactorwebsites.com.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they have it laid out really well for voice actors.
It's somebody designed a platform, a shell for us.
It's just for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I keep asking my wife, I said, I'd like to put a picture here of me doing this, and then another picture. Oh, no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Well, it's the template isn't set up that way. And I went, somebody should invent a template for voiceover actors. And here you are.
Yeah, they customize
God, what a
it.
coincidence.
You have a consultation, which was what I reached out, and they had set up a time for me to consult with them. And I thought, this is great. They're going to help me because they really help you with your branding and getting it right. And lo and behold, I don't know, it's almost like my web guy figured, oh my gosh, she must be looking somewhere. And suddenly he contacted me and said he was finishing my site. I don't know how that works. That's what happened.
He has your computer book. Never mind.
Could be.
Yep.
But now your website, you have a cool little image of you holding a microphone, like a mic drop situation.
Yes, I just decided to go with that for a little while. I'm already tired of it, so I'm going to change that out and do something. There's so many different ways to go. Yours are always just a nice shot, at least the last one of you there, and it's to the point. That's Linda Bruno, and here's what you do. Yeah, keep it simple. That's. I'm almost thinking that the way that you thought that the clients thought that maybe they couldn't afford you, me doing a mic drop after I thought about it for a while was like, am I over boasting? Is that too much? Because I'm just not that way. I am just not that way. I thought it was funny.
It was very funny.
The more and more I thought about it, it's like, I think I'm fantastic. Well, that's not how I think of myself. I think of myself as a working voice actor. And so that's going to change again soon. And I'll probably put on a silly hat again and do what I do best, is just be me. And keep it very simple. And I have a little thing about my father and helping me get into the business when I was 5, and my contact information, the studio equipment, and my demos.
Simple.
That's it. And maybe a picture of my mom, but I'm not sure yet. But some of the websites I go to are just like, wow, this is really wasting my time.
Yeah. Yeah, and you need to showcase quickly.
Yes.
This is what I sound like.
Well, everybody's got 6-second demos now.
Right.
So think of if you've got a 4-page website, they're not going to get through it, No.
They're going to barely scroll down to the middle of the first page.
And help me with a 6-second demo, Linda. Hurry, right now, we're having a bit.
It's for the internet ads, as we discussed with Kevin and Bobby. And I've seen them. I see them all the time now. Actually, now that it's called to my attention, I see them all the time. Yeah. And I get it. My personal opinion, I guess it's the trendy thing. I don't usually follow trends.
I don't either.
Right.
Let him hear, can he really read more than 6 seconds in a row? Or is he going to have to punch in after that, I don't mind taking 6 seconds of a spot, and, condensing it from like a 15 down to 6, but it, of course, still has to make sense. Has to have the beginning, a middle, and an end. But then I do one that's 18, just to give them a feel. You can't do a narration demo at 6 seconds. Once upon a time in the woods of the...
I know.
So anyway, yes. Yeah, keep it simple. Keep it simple. We don't need to know your likes and dislikes and... I don't like tree toads on Thursdays. What? Who cares?
Just make sure.
Where's the demo button?
And make sure it's stuff you're truly proud of.
Yes, and truly can redo in a situation where you're doing it.
Now, that website that I had mentioned, that castvoices.com, that we talked about on one of the... You wrote it down already.
Oh, did I?
Okay, yes. They're the ones that I told you that were...
here it is. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, I got to go to the .com.
Okay, good. Yeah. So
you booked any work yet?
I haven't put my profile up yet. So that would be a hard no. So I think they're already launched. Right. But only because of the studio and everything.
I was going to say it's because you're still putting up panels.
Exactly. So they have on there, you have to create like a showcase reel. And I guess it's the first thing that clients are going to hear. So one of our students reached out to me and she says, do you know what the heck this is? And I said, I'm imagining it's, the things that you feel would characterize you the best, what your strengths are.
Right.
Now, if you haven't done a lot of work, that might be a lot easier to do. But for people like you and me, I think that's going to be a really tough thing because we're already hypercritical of our work to begin with. But how do you pick, the best of the best that showcases you to put in? I'm having a tough time with that.
Is it just one spot you're allowed to do, or is it more?
No, I think it's a compilation.
A compilation, because I have a compilation demo that covers everything from car spots to narration to e-learn, character voices, all in 2 minutes.
I think this is a 30-second allowance.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's short. I'm not positive. It's 30, 45 seconds. It's small. It's not like the length of a normal, as far as I know. Like I said, I could be wrong, but
then, well, if you've got, for people like you and me, we have some big stuff running. Maybe I would do something like sandals, the world's only da-da-da-da. And I would do that. Right. And then I would do another big name, the Wagner heat gun. Da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. And, just showcase all the big stuff. And then I would also throw some of the little stuff in there. So, again, the clients don't think they can't afford you. Oh, well, this guy only does nationals. No, I don't.
Right.
No.
If I did, I wouldn't be living in a house.
That's right. I wouldn't be here worrying about my website.
Right, exactly.
I'd be calling my agent from the yacht going, yes, I'm not available today. I'm sorry. Tequila!
Block out my schedule, please.
Yes. And
so that'll be interesting. That's on my task list of to-dos.
Okay, I'm going to do that too.
Cast Voices.
Got it written down. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Go check it out.
Okay, I'm going to check it out. All right, bye-bye. Oh, not yet. Okay.
So how's it been going as far as auditioning and stuff goes lately?
Auditioning? Boy, that was a hell of a transition, Linda.
Right? Good, right?
It's been really good. Thanks for asking.
Were you in radio, Linda? Yes, you were.
Love 94.
Is it time to wrap up the interview? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Make that segue.
Yes, it is. Oh, radio. Oh, you just
no. The other
so
segue
many
is
memories.
The other segue is. So you have a funny story, right, about auditioning? Yeah. They do that on like the talk shows.
Yes, like we rehearsed before.
Something about you and a rabbit and. I have to remember who I'm speaking to.
Just remember, sheep are taller, okay? I'm old. So anyway. Yeah, one night I was sitting at the radio station, WKAT in Miami back in 1979. I was 18. And I was doing big band music, going against Neil Rogers on another station. I was beating him.
I don't know.
My ratings were higher than Neil Rogers on WIOD.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm sitting there. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And underneath the shelf here, it says there's a switch. And it says, do not turn off. And I figured, they don't want the lights off or something. So in the middle, I just clicked it. I shut off the tower.
Oh, my God.
We were off the air for 8 hours because nobody could figure out what happened. And I finally said, does this switch have anything to do with it? And they went, oh, my God. Anyway, that's my radio story. But yes, auditioning, it's hard. It's a different world today than you and I started in. We didn't have to audition much. They would just call you and go, be here at the sound studio at a BVI at 7. And
well, I think for you, yes, I've always had to audition.
Gotcha.
I was never at that level where it was.
I think because it was earlier than you. Things just hadn't changed yet.
Yeah, it was always
because there were only 8 of us doing all the work.
Right,
and so
and
they picked one of the 8 or all of us for one session, and we'd all just show up. But nowadays,
collect your checks and go.
Oh God! Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I get home from doing 9 car spots for Ford. Drive home from Miami Beach to Fort Lauderdale, and the phone would ring, and they said they just changed the prices of all the cars, and I'm going, I love the union. So I'll be right back.
I had that happen once. It was for a client. I don't know if I should mention who it is. A retail client, and they had me do it was 10, 12 in-store promos, and they were union. So they were paying $400 and change a piece.
Yeah.
So I did them all. And then the next day they said, we have a mistake on all of them, so we have to redo them. And you're going to get paid all over again.
Yeah.
And they just said, tell Linda Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And I was like, thank you. This is going towards my kitchen.
Love it when that goes on. I once had, there was an audition, or 4 or 5 of us showed up at the studio for, I think it was 10 spots. And there was, one person going to do each spot. And then, so they all got, the people just got 2 spots. Mm-hmm. And the producer looked at me and said, okay, I want you to be the announcer. And somebody went, ha, you're only the announcer. And I said, ha, I get to do all 10.
That's true.
Not 2. So...
That's a great time to be the announcer.
Yes. But as far as auditioning, it happened the other day. It was a little quiet there, and we audition every day without fail. And as you've said, and I've said many times on this show and during the workouts, and it gets to a point sometimes where you just go, why? I'm so, because it's like doing a real session with clients on the phone when you do those auditions. You really got to get into it. You've really got to try hard, but you can't over try because then you read it for an hour and you just take one.
And all the analyzation comes in.
Yeah. I'm going to read it again, but then you realize it's the same voice. You're just hitting a word differently, and they're not going to care.
Right, exactly.
Unless you are reading it like this, then they might not like you. But it's hard. But I have adopted, I've always been this way, but especially last week where I guess it was the allergies and the second shot, and I was kind of feeling like a little low. And I said, you know what? Every time I get an audition, I'm going to go do it immediately. I'm going to go the other direction instead of bitching about it. These are good things, auditions. They're wonderful.
Yes.
They're opportunities for us to get our job. It's like a job interview 5 times a day.
It's just tiring.
It is. And it's time consuming, but it's just like some guy going for a job, at a regular office. Imagine doing that 5 times a day.
Right.
Where you walk in with your portfolio and you have to tell your thing. But for us, we have to, no matter what mood we're in, how we feel, and even though it's a non-paying gig, we have to give it our absolute all and try and figure out how to do it a little bit differently so that we stand out.
Now, I think this is one of the reasons why I do enjoy working with students is because they have that excitement and passion for auditioning I used to have.
Yes, and you and I are texting back and forth. No, we're not. I'm kidding.
Not true,
I'm kidding.
not
It's just a joke.
But it's refreshing because it reminds me truly of what's important in this business, because once you start doing it, and then I know students will come and go, I auditioned 500 times and I didn't get whatever, And I'm just saying, look, you just have to get used to this process. That's what it is. It's a process.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to audition And we go through that all the time.
Yep. And sometimes you may not book one for 25 auditions, but then you book 6 in a row. And it renews your hope. And there's even over 37 years now, something has always renewed my hope to keep going. But
I know.
It's a job interview 5 or 6 or 7 or more times a day.
Yes.
Trying to figure out how am I going to be better than the other guy who was just in here or that they just listened to. You know, his resume is good. He's really good at what he does. How can I stand out? So I really have tried to just, and the class is helping me so much in my reads. They're different now.
Yeah.
I pull back to the point, because I remember I was doing a session with Connie Zimmett one day, long time ago, and it was a workout, and she just kept telling me to pull it back, and I'm going, there's nothing left. And she said, I want you to do it one more time and pull it back just a little more. And I went, all right. And I did the read, and it was fantastic. She said, see, everything's gone.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, she was so far ahead of her time, this woman.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But now I'm starting to do that again because I've really also started listening to what's going on commercial-wise again. For the first time in years, now that I'm older, I'm listening to what some of the younger people are doing and people my age. I mean, we pretty much do. Call Aetna Health Insurance today, but it's the reads are a little bit different than they used to be, and it's just not the same. So I'm trying to actually, relearn and improve. And the classes are helping me. It's just amazing because I'm listening to these people do it all day long.
We never stop learning. It doesn't matter how old you get, how successful you get, how many years you've been in the business.
Yep.
We're constantly going through the same self-doubts that you are too.
Yes. You know what I learned yesterday? If you don't hit record before you do your audition, it doesn't record.
Wow.
Yep.
Great.
And I wasn't pissed at all. I hate that. Do you hate that? Do you do that?
Yeah, there have been times I do that.
Oh my God, you look over and you go, before you look over, you go, okay, that's the one. After, 22 times of recording the other, you look over and the cursor is just flashing and I'm going, God.
Dave just told me he was recording a podcast last night here. And a woman, she's like the manager, she came with the guy who was on the podcast and she wanted to do some, Instagram video.
Right.
So, Dave's on one side of the room and this woman's kind of wandering around. They start the podcast. Dave introduces the guy, blah, blah, blah. 15 minutes solid. Beautiful. Great interview. The guy comes off great. Excellent. Conclusion. Dave looks at Pro Tools and sees the timer has stopped and nothing was recording. And she had leaned against the desk to take a picture and hit the space bar on the keyboard, which stops Pro Tools.
Yes, it does.
So they had to start over.
Yes, it does.
But that's the kind of stuff.
Tell you how many times I've done that. And it's always the best take.
Yeah.
And you look over, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know.
No. But back to the auditions. I love to audition. That is the game for me. That is the business.
I'm glad you do. I don't.
I really do. It's every one of them is a challenge, and especially when the agent writes back, wow, that was really good, and you still don't get it.
I don't. I have to say I don't like auditioning anymore.
No.
I don't like it. I feel like there's the sense of obligation.
Yeah.
There's the sense of timing, like, oh gosh, this just came in. Now I got to put everything aside. It stresses me out. Yeah. There's the sense of, okay, performance-wise, let me get in that place. I have to do something for an agent, and it's complete actor mode. So I know that I'm going to have to close everything out so that way I can try to get into that mode.
Yep.
And like you're saying, it's a lot of work.
Mode
right.
Done,
it's a lot of work. And I personally am having a tough time staying excited about auditioning.
I feel the same way about marketing.
Oh,
I'm terrible at it. I don't bother. Every
but,
now and then I'll send out a demo and I go, if I just did that like once a day, I could send out 5 demos a week, 20 demos a month, and that's all I have to do. So I'm trying to get my butt in the studio, and I did that the other day. I sent out a demo, but even that took an hour because being the people that we are, I wrote the letter and, kept it short and sweet, bullet points and everything, and I attached my demo and played it, and I went, oh, God, I don't like that demo anymore. So then I went over here and I downloaded all 14 demos that I've had over the years, and I remixed a complete new. I said, it's too goddamn 30. And you attach it, and only one spot's difference, and it's in a different place.
And you just spent another 2 hours
now
on
I'm
it
happy,
when you
though.
could have been.
Now I'm happy. It's just like, oh my God, neurotic is what we get. We get just neurotic.
But businesses close, people retire, people die, clients die.
Yes.
And so you have to constantly with that. But I get it. I'm not the best at it either. My methods of marketing I still use with the newsletters and having the solid website. But again, I've been waiting on my new website since last August. Right. So I feel like, my hands have been tied with it, but it's coming. It's coming.
Tell me more.
Oh, yes. Tied hands.
Okay. Front or back? Oh,
ew, okay. You're like my brother, okay, JJ?
Okay,
please.
thank God. Oh, that's right, you. No.
Gross. So our workouts have been good. I'm
getting pumped. Oh, the voiceover.
I'm trying to figure out a plan because
we don't have enough room anymore.
I know.
We're going to have to go like 30 people. I think we should do a 30 people workout.
They're selling out so quickly that now I was going to talk to you about it and see, do you want to add maybe every so often an additional day?
Yes.
It's just that people I think some people that want to try it can't get in with enough time.
Yes, I think we should do 2 nights a week.
Yeah. Oh,
but
that's a lot of work.
And part of that is selfishness. You know why?
Because you want to do it.
Because I like it. I learned from it.
Yeah.
Because some of the things you say, and then we've got Alyssa saying stuff, and I go, oh,
that's right.
And even some of the things I say, I go,
yeah.
Oh, Christ, maybe I ought to try that myself. And it really is. It's changing the way I work. It really is.
That's right.
And, we've sent 3 people off now. We've finally said, stop taking the freaking class and go to work. You're done. Stop.
You're good.
Leave me alone.
Confidence. It's confidence.
Yes. But sometimes you just have to say, you don't need us anymore.
Right. I know.
Then, don't you want our money? No,
we don't.
I don't want your freaking money. Stop spending the money on us. Put it towards one of the pay-to-play websites and go get the work.
Yeah. We truly do not do this for the financial. If we did, we'd be charging a heck of a lot more than $60 for 2 hours of I keep being told that, but I'm like, no, I want to make this thing affordable. We're not in it for that reason. But
partly.
I'm thinking that maybe an additional, I'm not saying every week though.
No, not every week. Maybe every 2 weeks we can do 2 nights.
Yeah, just to try to give a little more room.
I know. Monday through Friday of every week.
Ew, no.
No, I couldn't do it. I'd kill them all. I would kill them all.
Yeah, no. I don't have that much patience.
No.
But that's I think that's on the horizon. And our mock workout, we're having another one this month in May.
Mock audition.
Mock audition. A mock workout would be a fake workout.
We're going to work out. Everybody just sits and stares at each other. Okay.
We have one booked for this month in May. May 12th is our mock audition, which we had fun with last time. And then we have 2 other workouts because the first one is Cinco de Mayo. We're not getting together for that.
No.
So,
and we have a special announcement. We're having the Marceau workout night in June. It's going to be quiet as hell. It's going to be great. No feedback, no nothing. Just put the mute button on and go.
Wave to each other.
Yep. And I'll go.
Boxes. Right.
Or.
Now, unfortunately, if you're just listening to the podcast, you cannot see what he's doing with his hands. So therefore, you need to go.
I did the Italian hand on the chin, and then I did up your nose. You
gotta go to our YouTube page, and that's where you see the videos of our podcast, the video cast. I don't know if that's what you call it.
Video cast.
Yes. So go to that page. So thank you again for joining me.
Oh, well, thank you, Linda, for joining me again. Thank you.
Sure. And you guys have any questions, anything you want us to chat about, anything, comments, info@voiceover.guru. We always appreciate the reviews that we're getting too. That's always so nice.
Absolutely.
You can review us on Google.
Absolutely. Except that last one. Oof, wow. No, I'm kidding.
He's kidding. He's kidding.
Yes. No.
But everybody have a great rest of your day, night, week, whatever you're doing.
Practice.
Yes.
Take a script and read it 20 different ways. I challenge you to read 20 different ways one script.
Ooh, the JJ challenge.
Yes.
I like it.
You'll find that some of them are really, really bad. Some of them are really, really funny.
20 ways is a lot.
All right, 10.
The JJ challenge, read one script 10 different ways.
Right. 10 different
And then send him the
characters.
best take. And then send JJ the best take.
Right, via mail to Cell Block 3, upstate New York.
There you go. Sounds good.
My number is 100-4447.
Goodbye, everybody.
Well, goodbye. Thanks for joining us, and thanks you for joining us. Wish Kevin Kilpatrick were here. We could use his music. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You can just sing.
Oh, no. No. Only when I drop the soap do I sing. Goodbye, Linda.